Nothing. His words were not mean words. They were not loud words, but they had nothing in them. No warmth, no real interest, no real answer, just empty words. I looked at his face. He was already somewhere else. He was far away. He was not here with me at all. I understood something then. I could say anything right now. I could say, "The house is on fire." His answer was the same, because he was not really here. I sat at the table for a few more minutes. I did not move. I heard the TV in the Reedmore 1338 other room. Van went to the sofa. I heard his show, the same show as most nights. I sat alone in the quiet kitchen. I looked at Cole's empty cup on the table. I thought about what Cole said. I thought about Tessa's poster. Someone I admire, my 7-year-old daughter. She chose me. And I asked myself, what do I show her? What does she learn from watching me? What does she think love looks like? Those questions started something inside me. I went to the bathroom. I put cold water on my hands. I looked in the mirror. I Reedmore 1423 looked at my eyes. I looked tired. Not from bad sleep, a different kind of tired. Old and deep. Tired from waiting. Tired from years of quiet. Tired from swallowing words I wanted to say. I went to the bedroom. Van was already in bed. I lay down next to him. I listened to him breathe. His breathing was slow and steady. I looked at the ceiling. I counted the years. 9 years. I counted the silent dinners. I counted the times I started to say something important and then stopped myself. There were too many to count. I did not cry. I Reedmore was past that point, but something clear and quiet grew in me that night. Not a full decision, but very close to one. I said to myself very quietly, I cannot keep doing this. Not with anger, just as a fact. The way you say the milk went bad. The way you say it is time to go. He did not break my heart that night. He did something worse. He showed me that he stopped trying and I stopped noticing. The bag I never packed. Vaughn went to work in the morning. The children went to school. The house went quiet. I sat at the Reedmore table. I did not drink my coffee. I just sat there for the first time. I let myself think the whole thought. I want to leave. I said it out loud to the empty kitchen. I want to leave. The words felt strange in my mouth, but they felt true, and they felt very scary. I opened my laptop. I typed, "How to leave a marriage." I looked at the words on the screen, then I closed the laptop fast. I sat still for 1 minute, then I opened it again. I read for 1 full hour. I read about divorce. I read about custody of Reedmore children. I read about money and courts and papers and lawyers. The words were big and cold, but I read all of them. Then I called Ka. She answered fast. I said, "Ka, I think I need to do something." Ka said, "I know, Sloan." I waited a long time to hear that. We talked for a long time. Ka was not dramatic. She was calm. She was steady. She said, "You can come here. I have a room for you. There is always a room for you and the children." Something in my chest relaxed. Something tight and hard that I forgot Reedmore was there. For the first time in many years, I felt it let go. I went to the bedroom. I pulled the old suitcase from the closet. I put it on the bed. I opened it. I stood there and looked down into it. Then I started. I folded my good sweater and put it in. I put in my jeans. I put in my journal. I started this journal when I was 16 years old. It was mine, only mine. Nobody else touched it. I put in a small stuffed animal. Tessa left it in the laundry basket. I put in Cole's baby photo from the Reedmore 1816 dresser. In the photo, his face was round and pink. He laughed at something off camera. I never knew what made him laugh in that photo. I picked up the photo. I put it in the bag. My hands shook. Then I heard something. The school bus outside. I forgot. Today was an early release day. School ended early. The front door opened. Cole ran in. He called Mama. He dropped his bag on the floor. He ran to me and held my legs. He put his face against my side. He did not look up. He just held on for one moment. Then he ran to the kitchen for a snack. Tessa came in after him. She walked slow. She came to the bedroom doorway. She stopped. She saw the suitcase on the bed. She looked at the suitcase. Then she looked at me. She was quiet for a long moment. Then she said, "Mama, did you call Aunt Ka?" Her voice was very small. Her eyes were careful. She was 7 years old, but she already knew. I closed the suitcase fast. I pushed it under the bed. I said, "I just moved some things." Tessa looked.